Welcome to my new video. Our today's question is container with the most water. So you are given an integer array heights. So you are given this integer array heights, okay, and you have to return the maximum area between any two heights. So how we can calculate area? Okay, so in this example, so if you choose two lines, okay, these two lines, red two lines, the area is height into width, and height is like there is given like 49, okay, the maximum area is 49. Let's understand how. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button because I make this kind of video daily. So let's understand. Let If we have two heights, how we can calculate the area? Let's understand first this. Okay, like let's see, if we have a height 1 and if we have a height 2, okay, this is height 1 and this is height 2. So area is nothing but height into width. Okay, so height, how we can calculate height? Okay, if we try to fill the water, okay, if we try to fill the water, if we fill the water above the height 1, it is going to spill from this end. Okay, so we have to take the minimum bit of h1 and h2. Why? Because if we try to fill water this much, okay, so water is going to fill from h1 height. Okay, so the height is minimum of h1 and h2. Okay, height is minimum of h1 and h2 and width is this end. Okay, and this is nothing but, okay, if this is the I pointer and this is the j pointer, so width is j minus I. Okay, so width is j minus I, this is the width. So we can calculate like that. Okay, now if we think like brute force, how we can solve this question? Very simple. We can take two loops, one is for I and another is for j. So for every I value we are trying every possible. Okay, for height 1 we are trying height 8, height 7, this all. Okay, this, okay, like every possible two heights. So we can run simply two loops and calculate our area, and then we can just get our maximum area, but this is going to give us TLE. Okay, now let's understand in this example what is the maximum height. Okay, so maximum height is, if we choose this height and this height, area is minimum of both heights, and minimum like area is height into width. Okay, height into width, and height is minimum of both, so minimum is 7. Okay, and width is j minus I, so 8 minus 1 which is 7. Okay, width is 7, so 7 into 7, 49. Okay, this is how. And the water is filled like this. Okay, this level. Okay, this is the water filled. Okay, so now let's understand how we can solve this question by optimally. Okay, let me erase it. Okay, now let's see, we can take another example. Okay, like if we have like heights like this. Okay, let's see, and we are on, this is height 1 and this is height 2. So, and this is 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, index, let's see guys, we are on this index and this index. Okay, we have two pointer I and j, so area is nothing but, area between height 1 and height 2 is height into width. So height is h1. Okay, we have to take minimum, and width is 5. Okay, so let's see, this height is 6 and this is 8. Okay, so 6 into 5 is 30, right? So area is 30. So now in which direction we have to move? Okay, we have to try all possible options. Okay, so if we choose greedily, okay, so if we move to this height or if we move this height, our width is going to decrease anyway. Okay, our width is going to decrease by 1. If we choose this height, width is going to decrease by 1, or if we choose going from this side, our width is also going to decrease by 1. So to increase our area, okay, so to increase our area we have to increase our height. Okay, so height is nothing but minimum of both. Okay, so if you want to increase height by greedily, we are keeping the largest height, so we are increasing our left pointer, so we can move our h1 here. Why? This is very important. Okay, we are going to move to the right side. Okay, we are moving here. Why? Because we want our height to be maximum. Okay, because anyway our width is going to decrease, so we want our height to be increased. Okay, so we want to keep height which is bigger, we want to keep it. Okay, because if we increase this, okay, we move our h1 pointer to the next, it might happen like this height can be big and area can be maximum. Okay, this is can be the area. Okay, but if we move this pointer, okay, so the maximum height, like maximum our, like if it is greater also, so our height is going to still remain the same. Okay, why? Because height is minimum. Okay, if this is greater than our h2, okay, if this is also greater than our h2, but still our height is going to same, but our width is decreasing, so that's why we have to keep our h2, okay, which is greater. So by this observation, now let's dry run on our this question. Okay, this example, let's dry run on this example. Okay, so let's take two variables. Okay, let's answer. Okay, which is answer now? Answer. So let's take two variables I and j. Okay, so first I is here and j is here. Okay, so the area is nothing but this is height into width. Okay, height is minimum of both, that is 1, and width is 8 minus 0 8. Okay, so 8 into 8 into 1, which is 8. So current answer is 8. Now in which side we have to move, which pointer we have to increase? Yes, we have to increase our I pointer. Okay, because width is going to decrease anyway, so we want to keep our height which is bigger to our side. Okay, so just increase our I pointer to here. Okay, now our I pointer is here. Okay, now our I pointer is pointing to this height. Okay, this height is 8 and this height is 7. So area is nothing but height into width, and height is minimum of both, which is 7, and width is j minus I, which is 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay, and 7 into 7, which is 49, which is greater than our current answer. We can simply update it. Okay, so our answer is 49. Now in which side we have to move? Okay, we have to move our I pointer or our j pointer. Which side? Yes, we have to increase this pointer. Why? Because we want to keep our h1 height. Okay, we want to keep biggest height. Okay, bigger height, so we can increase our j pointer. So j pointer comes to here. Okay, now let's see what is height. Height is minimum of both, and this height is 3. 3 into height is 3 and width is j minus I, which is 7 minus 1, which is 6. Okay, 6 18, and which is not greater than our current, so we can simply not update it, our answer. Okay, we are not going to update our answer. Now let's see which height we are going to increase. Again, we want to keep our maximum height, so we are going to increase our j pointer. Okay, to left side. So now our j pointers point to this. Okay, our j pointer is now pointing on index 6. So now let's check height. What is the height minimum of both, and which is 8. Okay, both heights are same, so 8. Now 8 multiplied by width is 5, so which is 40, and which is not greater than our current answer. Okay, now let's move to which side. Okay, so anyway our width is going to decrease, and height is same, so we can move any side. Okay, so we can simply move to, okay, let's see, we can move to, okay, let's move j pointer. Okay, now let's check which is the height. Okay, which is height is 5 into our area. Okay, now area height is 5, minimum of both, and the width is 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, so 5, which is width, and height is 5, which is 25, and which is also not greater than our current answer, so we are not updating it. Okay, now we have to again move our j pointer. Okay, because this is smaller height. Okay, now let's check what is the area. Okay, this height is 5. Okay, so 5 multiplied by width, which is 3, so 15 is not greater than our answer. Okay, so let's again move our j pointer. So now our j pointer is here. Okay, so the height is 2 multiplied by width, which is 3 minus 1 is 2, which is 4. Okay, now again move our j pointer. So j pointer is here, right? Now again calculate our area is height is minimum of both, which is minimum of 8 and 6. So 6, height is 6 and width is 2 minus 1 is 1, so 6. Okay, so which is also not greater than our answer. Now which pointer we have to increase? either way you have to increase this pointer, and now we want at least 2 height, so we can simply stop here. Okay, so now let's code this solution. Okay, so we have to take our one answer variable which is going to store the answer. Okay, and we have to take 2 pointers, I and j, which is nothing but height dot length minus 1. Okay, now until our I is less than j, we can calculate. Okay, so what is the current area? Current area is nothing but height, and height is mat dot minimum of height. Okay, let's copy height of I comma height of j. Okay, we have to take the minimum height, this is our height, and width is nothing but j minus I, this is width, and this is our current area. So we have to simply update. Okay, this is our current area, so we have to update our max area. Okay, max area which is stored in our answer. Okay, this answer is like max area, so answer is mat dot max of answer and current area. Okay, and now which side we have to move? Either way our width is going to decrease, so we have to move to the bigger height. Okay, so we have to keep our height which is bigger. Okay, so we have to check if height of I, if it is smaller, okay, if it is smaller than height of j, then we have to move to the we have to move our left pointer. Okay, so I plus plus. Okay, so I plus plus, otherwise we have to decrease our j pointer. Okay, like move our j pointer either way, if it is equal or less. Okay, so we have to increase our j pointer. Okay, and at the end we can simply return our answer. So let's try to run it. Yeah, it is running. Let's try to submit it. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and if you have any doubt, make sure to comment. Okay, thank you so much for watching.